SNDR Stock Analysis, July 31st. Welcome to the analysis of Schneider National Incorporated, SNDR, stock, traded on NYSE, for July 30th. Let's break down the day's price action, volume, technical indicators, support and resistance levels, and predict tomorrow's opening price. Let's get into it. Daily price action and trend. On July 30th, SNDR experienced significant volatility. The stock opened at $25.28, reached a high of $25.315, dropped to a low of $24.32, and closed at $24.51, down 77 cents, minus 3.05%, from the open, and 76 cents, minus 3.01%, from the previous day's close of $25.27. The trading volume was 719,191 shares, slightly below the recent average of 800,000 to 1 million, indicating moderate participation in the sell-off. The price action shows a bearish move, breaking below the 5-day SMA, $25.51, and closing near the day's low. This suggests selling pressure, possibly driven by broader market dynamics or sector-specific news, as SNDR had been consolidating between $24.50 and $26 since mid-June. Volume-weighted average price, VWAP. The VWAP for July 30th was $24.4817, slightly below the closing price of $24.51, indicating that trades were balanced around this level before the late drop. The proximity to VWAP suggests the sell-off wasn't as aggressive as it could have been, but the close below the 10-day SMA, $25.46, reinforces bearish sentiment. Technical indicators. Let's unpack the key indicators in a beginner-friendly way. RSI, 14-day 42.81. The relative strength index is in neutral territory, down from 59.52 on July 24th, indicating weakening momentum but not yet oversold. This leaves room for further downside or a potential bounce if buying resumes. MACD, 0.1830, MACD signal, 0.3259, MACD histogram, minus 0.1429. The negative histogram and MACD below the signal line confirm bearish momentum, with the crossover suggesting a trend shift. Volume, at 719,191 shares, volume was lower than the 1.4 million on July 11th or 1.08 million on July 10th, indicating no panic selling. However, it's still significant enough to note the bearish action. Bollinger Bands, upper, $26.7893, middle, $25.6560, lower, $24.5227. The close just below the middle band and near the lower band suggests increased volatility and a potential test of support. PSAR, $26.2476, above the current price, reinforcing the bearish trend. Support, resistance, and stop-loss levels. Based on the July 30th data and recent trends. Support levels. The day's low of $24.32 is immediate support, followed by $24.07, June 26 close, and $23.87, June 17th low. A break below $24.32 could target $24 to $23.80. Resistance levels. The VWAP at $24.4817 and the 5-day SMA at $25.51 are immediate hurdles. Beyond that, $25.88, July 23rd close, and $26.92, July 10th high, are key resistance levels. Breaking $25.88 could signal a recovery toward $26.50. Stop loss. For long positions, a stop loss below $24.32, around $24, protects against further declines. For swing traders, entering near $24.50 with confirmed support and a stop below $24 minimizes risk. Tomorrow's opening prediction. Predicting the July 31st opening price involves considering the oversold signals and recent trends. The RSI at 42.81 is neutral but trending down, and the MACD histogram, -0.1429, confirms bearish momentum. However, the close near the Bollinger lower band, $24.5227, and lower volume, 719,191, suggests selling may be losing steam. I estimate tomorrow's opening between $24.30 and $24.70. A positive catalyst, e.g., stabilizing freight demand or positive market sentiment, could push it toward $24.70, while continued selling might see it open closer to $24.30. Watch volume. Spikes above 1 million shares could indicate a trend continuation or reversal. Conclusion. SNDR saw a bearish session on July 30th, closing at $24.51, -3.01%, with moderate volume of 719,191 shares. The RSI at 42.81 and MACD histogram at -0.1429 confirm weakening momentum, while the price near the Bollinger lower band suggests potential for a bounce or further downside. Support at $24.32 and resistance at $25.51 to $25.88 are critical levels to watch. Traders should use tight stop losses around $24 and monitor volume for breakout signals. SNDR is at a pivotal point, near support but with bearish signals. Stay sharp, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep an eye on this one.